Hi everyone, and welcome back to Viv's Films. Before we get started, I'd just like to apologise for the late upload. Basically, I started university this week, and everything's just been like really full on, and I completely forgot to upload. But I'm doing it now, so yeah, better late than never, I suppose. So in this video, I will be discussing how a few weeks ago I found out about an audition and prepared for it and did it in 3 days. Now, I did record a full-on video diary for this, but as you can see by last week's video, that ended up being nearly half an hour, and I think I probably recorded 2 hours worth of content for that. So, basically here I am going to try and cut down everything that I recorded for this video diary, which is probably about 3 hours worth of content, and just trim it down to a size that you actually want to see and that I would want to edit. So I will be covering what the audition was, how I prepared for it, and how I actually pulled it off in 3 days. So, in my video diary, I was pretty vague about everything, so I'm just gonna do it here, quick, and it's gonna be fun. So, I'll take you back to day one. I actually don't remember what the date was, which is really sad. But I'm sure I can find it if I look around on Google Calendar. But basically, my dad had his friends over, and I was just in the back room. I was doing some preparation for university, and then I decided to stop doing that and get on my phone. I was scrolling through Instagram when I saw a post from the Instagram page for the app Daisy. I haven't actually signed up for Daisy because I'm not sure what I actually do on there. But maybe I will in the future. But I saw on their Instagram page that there was an open casting call for the TV show Euphoria. And I'm like, oh my god, I've totally got to audition. So I looked through the roles and I found one. Her name was Amy. And I'm like, okay, age group, good. But I don't think they'd ever pick me. Because I am not like the character, and I'm not even sure if I did a very good job at playing her in the audition. But basically, she was a drug addict and stripper who wanted a music career. So basically, I'd only learnt my American accent that day that I'd seen the open casting call. So I'm like, uh-oh, now I'm gonna need to put my American accent to use. But as you guys know, I only learnt a standard accent. So I had to actually go and take some influence from Cardi B to try and get the accent I'd imagine the character would have. I don't think it worked out, but what can I do? But yeah, so I put my rusty, well, not really rusty, my standard American accent through its paces. And I managed to pull this off. So there were 2 scenes that I needed to learn. One of them was a discussion about hair. So when I actually needed to film, I needed my friends to braid my hair for it. So that was So yeah, that was already a bit of preparation, because braids are actually mentioned as well as hair extensions, etc., etc. These ain't my real braids, they're just extensions. And then the second scene was emotionally challenging because I had to cry. Did I cry in the recording? No, I didn't. Why didn't I cry? I'll get onto that. But either way, I printed out the scripts. I learnt the first scene pretty well, but the second one, I'm like, I need to cold read this because I'm not going to remember everything. And she had more lines in the second scene, so I think I should have actually gone and, hammered it out, or whatever you say, gone all out on the second scene than the first. But either way, I learnt them to a pretty acceptable level by the time that I needed to film. So, like I mentioned in my acting tips video, I highlighted all of my lines. And yeah, I just went and I rehearsed them, and I did speed throughs to try and do that. So now it actually comes. So that is practically day one and day two. Day three is when we're going to film. So so on day one, I messaged my friends and I'm like, I'm going to need your help. I need to do a recorded a video audition because Euphoria is an American show and I live in Australia. So and it was a worldwide casting call. So yeah, I called them over, and I'm lucky that it worked out actually, because had they been busy, I probably couldn't have auditioned. So yeah, basically my friends came over. I made pizza for lunch, which is really good actually. Yeah, we had a good time. But then when it actually came to filming, we could not stop laughing. It was like everything, everything that we said when we were gonna film was funny. So it took us a little while to actually, become serious enough to film the scene. But we got through with it, and I was pretty happy. Now, unfortunately, you're probably wondering, okay, so did you like crack up laughing at the end of these recordings? Dun dun dun. Dun. See? Absolutely. Did I have to retake because we cracked up during the recordings?
I can't be throwing this. I'm really bad at being in front of camera. I just laugh.
Yes. I'm sorry, we could not stop laughing. Now, scene two was actually set in a car, and because of how it was explained on the script, I'm like, oh my god, I need my friend in it. So I got my friend, and we also needed a prop. So I actually two props. So I needed three. Wow, I'm just gonna keep on counting props here. So I borrowed my friend's bag and a microphone we had at home. Don't ask me why I have it. Because that's something I needed. And then my friends needed a steering wheel. What did I use? We didn't film in the car. Nope. We got out the old Mario Kart wheel. And we filmed using the Mario Kart wheel. But yes, either way, I think somebody who they probably would have laughed at the fact that we used a Mario Kart wheel. to film that. Um, yeah, Mario Kart. Who knew I'd need it for a self-taped audition? Nobody has ever contacted me about this, so I know I didn't get the role, but it was still a pretty good experience preparing for an audition in 3 days. I remember thinking on the first day, oh my god, can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this? And then I'm like, I need to do this. And I got through with it. And I'm sorry, I keep on feeling like I'm slipping into my American accent as I'm talking about this. But yeah, I got there. We filmed it and sent it in. So I can say that is my first audition of 2020, and not the kind of character I would expect to have played. Um, but yeah, and I will say I did not spend every hour of those 3 days, or should I say two, actually preparing, because I did have, my life. So, so I actually had to work out rehearsing and filming around my life. So, yeah, but the fact I managed to pull it off, I'm impressed with myself. And I'm proud of myself. And now I know that if I can do that in 3 days, who knows? What could I do in a week? Um, so before I sign off, I just want to say that that if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe, like, and share this video. Um, yeah, it's been great sharing this with you, and I hope to see you next video. Until then, bye!